Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
And I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about the Love Island All-Stars Season 2 finale.
First of all, round of applause for all of y'all for watching. Thank y'all for watching with us.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for subscribing, sharing, commenting, liking the video. This is our first season doing Love Island All-Stars. This is our second season doing Love Island UK. We plan on coming back on the main season sometime before the summer. And also a round of applause for Blair, writing notes. Thank you, Blair.
Thank you.
A round of applause for me for being right. Come on now.
And editing and getting our videos
you know
up
what I
every
mean?
day.
Come on.
Good
Y'all,
job, Chris.
I am your oracle, okay? Anything else?
That's it.
Listen, subscribe, like, share, comment. Come back when it's time for Love Island UK. Let's go, Blair.
All right. So everyone at home got the opportunity to vote for the winning couple, and the winners will win £50,000 to split.
Okay.
So our finalists are Gabby and Casey, Curtis and Ekin, Grace and Luca, Catherine and Omar, and Elma and Sammy.
Okay.
So we see the morning of their last day in the villa, they got a text that they were going to have a VIP All-Stars pool party. So they get to the party, everyone's dancing, having a good time, and everyone splits off into their couples. Elma and Sammy both say this was meant to be. Casey and Gabby are both excited to learn about each other on the outside. Catherine and Omar are happy and grateful to be together. She's happy that he came in just for her.
That's nice.
Grace and Luca, she says that he makes her comfortable. They're both excited to do things on the outside together. Once she meets his people, she will be his girlfriend, is what Luca is saying.
Okay, we'll see.
Curtis and Ekin talk. He says that ever since the secret garden, he knew that there was something there with Ekin, and Ekin calls him her best friend, lover, boyfriend.
I think Ekin put a little bit more sauce in that. She didn't only say best friend, lover, boyfriend. She says mama, daddy, sister, brother.
Okay.
All the names that basically can describe Curtis. Listen here, I don't believe it, but who am I? I'm just the oracle.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
so Maya talks to some of the people, the former Islanders,
Yeah.
in the crowd, and just seeing what's going on with them, getting some last updates. Kaz and Montel are in a situationship. She thinks what she said at the fire pit was taken out of context. I hate when they say that.
No.
Because you said what you said.
No. Go ahead.
We heard everything you said.
Keep going.
She thought that Luca should have given Sammy a chance. To be clear, she also didn't see any screenshots to make it seem like she was playing into that narrative.
Stop right there. No. We're not gonna do that, Cass. First of all, you shouldn't have stood your behind up in the first place to say more than what you needed to say in the first place. You write the name on the little heart, you flip the board over, then you sit your behind down.
Exactly. What's your vote?
Exactly. And now you over here talking about you want to take stuff back. No, matter of fact, in the meantime, worry about you, right? And whatever you got going on with Montel, then over here telling Casey how he's doing and like the women that he's disrespecting. You all up in everybody's business whole time. We can't even put a label on what you and Montel are doing. Get off my TV. Okay.
Olivia and Marcel decided to just be friends.
Yeah.
Olivia said that she has seen the text, but she wishes Luca and Grace the best. And Grace says she can't wait to see the receipts.
Me neither. I can't wait to see the receipts either.
And they show us a lot of clips of what has happened throughout the season.
Yes.
Tina has spoken to Scott, but they are just friends. I really wish we would have gotten a question to India about her relationship with Scott as it is. But they did go down the line. I think it was Tina, India, Danielle, and it was one other person I can't recall, trying to see what their inboxes were doing.
Okay.
And everyone is saying like it could be better. They need the guys to come through. Harriet has given or forgiven a few of the Islanders for voting them out.
Yeah.
But she does think that some of the votes were cop-outs. And Ronnie says, you know what, at the end of the day, who cares? We won.
Yeah, and y'all better stay together because we don't want to see y'all on another Love Island trying to get y'all to be together and stuff like that. We're done with the whole Ronnie and Harriet storyline. Okay?
I definitely am.
Yeah.
I definitely am. The only extra thing I want to say about this is Harriet, let it go. She was still irritated. She was still annoyed. Ronnie was making little jabs and jokes at different people. And I'm just like, you guys, that's why you're sitting where you're sitting.
Yeah.
As well. As one of the least favorite.
Yeah.
So in 5th place, we get Elma and Sammy.
Oh, they was 5th place.
So Elma knew that they got to the finals by the skin of their teeth. Elma wanted to leave when Harriet came in. She thought her time was over.
Mm-hmm.
On the outside, Elma and Sammy wouldn't have explored things due to the age difference, but at this point, the age gap does not affect them.
Okay.
The argument with Ekin, Sue, and Curtis were discussed. Pretty much, Elma and Sammy just had each other's back, and the drama is squashed now.
Okay.
We also learned that Kaz and Elma, according to them, their good friends are on a good foot. Issues that happened at the beginning of the season with the kiss, with Ronnie, and the back and forth is over. So they're excited for their dates on the outside.
Will they stay together on the outside, Blair?
No.
We on one accord.
Yeah, I don't see it lasting. If it does, awesome. But they keep saying the age gap doesn't matter, and I think it might.
Yeah,
it might. And I won't even necessarily say just because Sammy's younger. Elma's very immature. And Sammy's actually kind of been acting more mature in the villa. Yeah. So I'm curious to see how long he'll put up with her antics, if this is really how she acts outside the villa.
I think Sammy is, well, let me start with Elma. I think she is immature. I think she's very emotional. She tried to clean up her act on the last day because she thought that Curtis and Ekin was going to win. And now she probably wish she didn't say anything to them because, like, hey, we all losers. We all in the same pool. But I actually, as much as I believe Elma is immature, I don't believe nothing that come out of Sammy's mouth. Not
Fair.
one thing. Not one thing.
Fair.
Let's continue.
So fourth place is Catherine and Omar.
Shout out to Catherine and Omar.
She prayed for someone like Omar to come in who would definitely come in and be there for her. Yeah. Naz was a slow burn, too slow of a burn. He has seen Catherine out and about before. They actually like shared flirty text messages before, but it wasn't until that date that showed him that he actually did like her. They do plan to meet each other's friends and families, go on dates, and see how things go. Honestly, I don't see them lasting either.
Me neither. I see him cheating on her, actually.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't see him ever getting into a relationship with her. I think he's going to keep it a situationship and just ride it out. I mean, I know we haven't seen much of them throughout the season. A big thing, I think, is like production. But I also, in a way, feel like if Omar wanted to progress things with Catherine, he could have, and he's just not.
Especially since Catherine is definitely ready and willing and able. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So the fact that Omar is basically trying to pump the brakes on it, every time he try to pump the brakes, Catherine go and try to take the brakes off, but he keep pumping the brakes. I also feel like he gaslit her a lot of times when he was kissing Tina for no reason and things like that. And now that we in the real world, I think he gonna hit her with a lot of those like, oh, that was nothing. It was just a kiss. Oh, sorry, we just slept together. I think he's that type of guy. Sorry.
So then we get to third place, Ekin, Sue, and Curtis.
Were you surprised by third place?
I was not. I was thinking that it was a toss-up between the three of who would be third place, really. But I was actually satisfied with them being in third place because there was a lot of drama that distracted from their connection. Yeah. And I thought a lot of it was unnecessary. And we know that Ekin Sue can be dramatic, and a lot of people don't trust Curtis. But I feel like throughout this process, he's tried to maintain a level head about things. And as much as Ekin Sue, I feel like, would say, man, if he would have just done the Danielle thing differently, I think it was more so Ekin Sue's response, and I don't really know if she's going to recognize that as that being a big problem.
No, she's not. Also, it just comes off as you have the whole backstory of Curtis in the sense of he came on Love Island. I think he already had a girl, and he wanted to come on Love Island, so he wanted to fake a breakup or something like that, or
I was reading that,
or like he broke up with his girl when she didn't want to fake a breakup, so he really broke up with her. He just comes off as a very me type of person if we going off of that story, right? Very into the limelight, even during the little DJ party, the private pool party on their private property that already had a pool that they already been swimming in. He was pop locking again, trying to get camera time. You get what I'm saying? And my thing is, I think there's only enough room for one star. I don't think Curtis is the type of person that can play the background in the way that Ekin would want her person to play the background, in my opinion. Truth be told, I was willing and ready to say that this show is fixed if Ekin and Curtis and Grace and Luca was the final two. But the minute that they was third place, I already knew who the winner was. I was like, oh, I was right. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Well, I sure was right either way because I did say if so-and-so won, the fix was in either way. So that's how you become the oracle. You hedge your bets.
How long do you think that they'll last after the show? Do you think they're going to as you say, like squeeze any more juice out this lemon?
I think what's going to happen is it's going to be based on how the public accept them. Meaning that if they are together and they are getting brands or sponsorships or deals or shows and things like that, they go stick together because it's a great partnership. But if they are together and there's nothing that's benefiting them in the sense of fame or like money, they go break up.
And honestly, I think that with the both of them, I don't think them being together is really has that much star power. I think that Ekin has enough star power by herself.
Yeah.
To where she can be on, I mean, she was on Traitors, she was on Love Island. I think that there's a lot of endeavors that Ekin can do being single.
Yeah.
To where if she's, kind of paired with Curtis, I don't know that, not that she wouldn't get those same opportunities, but I think that Ekin would, if there are other dating show opportunities, I think that she would enjoy being on them.
Yeah.
And I would say Curtis as well.
Yeah, maybe.
So they're both happy to leave here with each other. They've definitely gone through the ringers of the ups and the downs, and they seem to be very happy. They've heard the feedback that they're both very dramatic, and they joke about how they both can, do different like plays or theater productions, maybe together, maybe in different parts of London, and they're third place.
Yeah. You are second place loser, okay?
Right. So we get to our top two.
Who's the top two?
So our top two is Gabby and Casey, Luca and Grace, and number two, Luca and Grace.
Woo!
So our winners are Gabby and Casey.
Now, start right there based on the reaction, because as soon as we find out who was second place and that automatically made, Gabby and Casey the winners, everybody just started erupting and dancing on the screen.
They ran to the stage and
so
created a little mosh pit for themselves.
So there wasn't really much conversation during this part.
No.
But so I have the conversation with you. Do you think there was any part of Grace or Luca that was mad that they did not win?
Yes, I think both of them were probably disappointed. I think if anyone was mad, it was probably Luca, because Luca got a little temper on him. So I could definitely see that, but I think as far as Grace goes, the way that she portrays herself, I think she was probably genuinely happy for them as well.
Yeah, I think you think too highly of Grace. I think if there's anyone that's gonna be mad between the two, it's gonna be Grace. Okay. Because Grace has given us hints throughout the season that why do the public think this way? Why is this? The whole time y'all mad at me for her trying to come in and take my man? I think Grace comes. Listen, I'm not saying the text and the screenshots were real, because truth be told, given the opportunity, there was no screenshot shown. You just basically all talk, no bark, Olivia. So sit next to Cass and be quiet, please. But I will say that I do not know how genuine Grace is with Luca. And I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 with that whole, like, she came here to win. And maybe, but I don't see them staying together either. Luca and Grace, I don't.
I could see them staying together for a while.
Yeah.
I would say at least a couple of years.
Really? Years?
Because Luca, he's a very like loyal type of guy. He's a relationship type of guy.
But he's a relationship type of guy when it's his girl, when it's his type of girl. He already was in a relationship with Grace. If Sammy would have came in, I don't think Grace would have had a chance.
Okay, but he's with Grace now, so I think that
for the show.
And I think after the show that they'll last. I think that he's looking to really lock down the situation.
I don't think there's no benefit of them being together outside the show.
Yeah.
But I told you so. Gabby and Casey. It was the most genuine relationship out of all of them.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think they're fun together, and I actually think they gonna stay together. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Because Casey used up all his lives when it comes to being on Love Island.
3 times.
We ain't gonna see him no more.
You
get what I'm saying? Anything else you have to add about this season or like the winners?
I'm happy with the win. I felt like throughout their season we could see the relationship blossom. Gabby did talk about some of her insecurities, and Casey seemed to quell a lot of those insecurities. They had fun together. They were able to talk about serious conversations and even work through some conflict as well, with keeping pretty cool heads. And I will say Gabby for the most part was good with staying out of the drama. Casey, I felt like he handled things as best as he probably could. because some people were just not apologetic.
No,
Harriet.
No, not at all.
But overall, it was a decent season.
Yeah.
And I look forward to the main season of Love Island when it comes back this summer. So.
Yes, 100%. And I can't wait to see a whole new cast, to see how they operate, how they maneuver around the island. And I appreciate y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all for subscribing, liking. Don't leave. Don't leave. We gonna leave the UK for a couple months. We gonna leave y'all for a couple months, but y'all don't leave. And stay with us and make this the home of your reviews when it comes to Love Island and all our other shows. Anything else?
That's all I got.
We see y'all.
Bye.